Trials of an Awkward Woman. I want to take the time to say thank you so much for watching this video. I don't take it lightly that you decided to listen to what I have to share on today. If you could, please like and subscribe to this channel so that you can receive notifications when we upload videos. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means so much to me. Now, as stated in my previous video, we're going to talk about my dating life. And by doing so, I feel we should lay a little foundation, and so that we can understand why I made the choices I made. So let's go. So when did it all start? Well, it all started with a rule. My mom had a rule where we couldn't date until we were at least 16 or 17. Now, according to her, I've only had one boyfriend that she knows of. However, I've had 3 others that she didn't know about. What? And that's because I was the sneaky kid. I was the kid who could sometimes do things and it could go under the radar, which was very hard with my mom, you know. And so, first, Mom, if you're watching this, I do apologize. Don't hold this against me. But for context, I want you guys to understand that I wasn't sneaky because I felt, well, no, I was sneaky because I felt I could get away with it. Yeah, I could get away with it. That was it. And most importantly, I didn't follow the rule. My mom was one of those parents, if you follow the rules, we were cool. You know, all fun and games. But the moment she had to be a parent, she had to dish out punishments that clearly didn't make sense to me at the time. And it still don't. Like, you're on punishment for 14 days, but those 14 days are only Saturday and Sunday. Only Saturday and Sunday. So that means for 7 weekends, you just don't do nothing but sit in the house. But Monday through Friday, you could just go to school, Bible study, and then back home. No. It didn't make sense, but it was torture. It really was. So I get to high school, and you know, me being who I was at the time, I wanted to fit in so bad, y'all. Let me tell you, I am a weird human being, and I am not designed to fit in, but I wanted to fit in so bad. So within the first 6 months of my freshman year, I had like a little crew, and at the time, one of the guys that I was in class with, him and I were picking on each other, and he asked me to be his girlfriend. Long story short, we became boyfriend and girlfriend, broke up in 3 months. Now, I had, going into this, no concept as to what it meant to date, what it meant to be in a relationship with a guy, with a young man. At the time, I didn't understand the do's and the don'ts. I didn't understand the courting. I didn't understand none of it. I just knew I wanted to be in a relationship because that's what my friends were doing. And so we, of course, you know, he would walk me to class, hold my hand, meet me at my locker, you know, the cute little stuff, you know. But he couldn't call my house because if my mama found out, she would have spazzed out on me. We weren't sexually active. The most we did was kiss, and that was that. And then I had another boyfriend sophomore year. Again, knew nothing about dating. Dating was not something that was taught. So I'm gonna put that out there. I emulated what I saw. So if I saw my mom in a relationship, I would watch how she would act and how she would approach it. And then I would watch my dad and how he would approach it. And then I would watch my friends, how they would approach it. I didn't have a healthy template for what relationships between a man and a woman should be like. So I went into this blindly, thinking I knew it all. I mean, what teenager doesn't think they know it all, right? And so me and this guy, we, again, I'm being sneaky, we went a little further than the first guy. He wanted me a few times to leave school and go back to his house, and I wouldn't. One, my mama, she drove for CDT. She could easily roll up on me if I left school. So that was some smoke I didn't want. But 2, I didn't want to lose my virginity. Now, I was taught flee from fornication, but I was never taught within the church how to handle those situations when you're in a relationship. But then again, I wasn't taught how to have a relationship with a boy. So by the time I got to this next guy, I feel like I I still didn't know. And it was evident because when I told my mom and we met up with him and his mom, our parents grilled us and was just like, so what's dating? What's a boyfriend? What's a girlfriend? And we honestly couldn't answer. They're like, well, what are y'all gonna do? You know, just talk. Go out. What's talking? And we couldn't answer that because we didn't know. And I feel in that moment, there could have been an opportunity for them to actually talk us through what it meant to date. And maybe my parents, well, my mom and her husband at the time didn't fully understand it themselves or know how to convey that with me. I remember him and I, you know, hanging out because he had the privileges to call the house and come to the house to pick me up for a date. The other two didn't, so he would pick me up and we would go out to the movies and stuff, you know, hang out. And this one particular time we were making out and I remember saying, hey, I think I'm ready. And he literally looked me dead in the eye and said, no, you're not. And I don't want to do that to you. And, you know, at the time I'm like, dang, rejected. But looking back, I appreciate that because no, I was not ready. I was not ready to give up the one thing that I knew that I had. And that was so precious, which was my virginity. But at the time, it was just like, dang, so is he gonna break up with me later because of what happened with the second guy? I'm like, dang, if he was willing to wait, if he was willing to tell me no, then I'm worth it, right? I'm worth the wait. I've learned, these are my life lessons, that being sneaky could have got me in a world of trouble. I could have ended up coming up missing. I could have ended up pregnant or with an STD. And either way, my mom, not to say she would have flipped, but that would have caused some type of heartache or disappointment. And I also learned to listen to the rules. Rules were meant to protect us. Even though as a teenager I didn't see it that way, I saw it as you just don't want me to have fun because I didn't have as much freedom as my friends did. But my mom was able to see things that I didn't see, which is why she had the rules that she had. Also, I learned to just be comfortable with myself. I don't need to be like everybody else. My journey is my journey. Look, I'm weird, awkward, silly, quiet, all of that. And I'm okay with that. And my journey doesn't have to look like somebody else's. So I want to encourage you to, one, please find some accountability, especially if you're dating. Find you somebody that you trust, that can see the things that you cannot see. Be willing to accept the advice they give you. Be open to the instruction. Everybody needs accountability, and we all need a little help. Now, I have accountability whenever I'm thinking about doing something, even if it's outside of the realms of dating. I still go to my accountability and ask, hey, what do you think? And she'll hit me with a nah, fam, that ain't it. And I'd be like, okay, you're right, because I trust her eyes and ears. And last but not least, I want to encourage you to be yourself. Don't try to conform to what others think of you or a version of you that others have in their mind. Be you. Be yourself. Be original. I don't care if you're weird like I am. I don't care if you went to cosplay. Whatever it is, just be you. Okay? I love you guys. That's all the time I have. I'll see you guys next week. Well, we'll dive into another story, and that won't be a lot juicier than this one, I promise. Thank you, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.